definitely been a minute since I've done a live Get Ready With Me. But honestly, I've just been sat upstairs in the office, like, right, I'm going to film something, and it is the hottest room. I don't know if it's because it's like the office cum closet, and so it's just got all the clothes in it, and it's like naturally warm. I actually was thinking, because I'm working tomorrow, I was thinking I might bring my stuff downstairs to work in the kitchen, because I just can't imagine sitting up in that room for hours and hours. Horrific. Morning, Tracy. So anyway, I thought instead I would do a little Get Ready With Me, and we'll have a little chat. While I was in the office, I was also recording, morning, I was also recording an episode of my new podcast. I know exactly what you're thinking. And oh my God, you must have. This heat, this weather is doing absolutely nothing for my digestive system. Apologies, but I am like, feel awful all the time. And then I was so cross with myself this weekend because I didn't eat well, and I had alcoholic drinks on Friday and Sunday, which I know, I was even talking to Lee before we went out on Sunday, and I was like, oh God, it's such a, like, I barely wanted to eat or drink anything all day on Sunday. And then we went out and I was like, well, I'll have a beer. I shouldn't have. It was a mistake. I was Googling it this morning, like, is this weather related? Because I feel like I've eaten something that disagreed with me, but it's been about 5 days. So here we are. I feel like garbage. But yeah, I have started a new podcast, which you can find, I think, most places, called Michaela Talks, which makes sense. And it's basically, imagine if my vlogs were a podcast. That's how I'm gonna sell this to you. Not well. There's no real theme. There's no real idea behind why. No rhyme or reason. It's pretty much just as and when I feel like talking about something, that's where I'm gonna do it. In addition to vlogs and stuff, of course. And so that's what I was doing this morning. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's only 4 episodes and I've not really talked very much about it, but I was there thinking, oh, I didn't have to put any makeup on for this. I'm feeling so warm and I could be completely naked and it would be completely fine. So my recent makeup stuff that I wanted to talk a little bit about, because this has been my go-to. I do some kind of oil or like priming. Is this an oil? It's like an essence oil. So like I've got a couple of priming oils from Pixie, which I love. This is the one I have in here, but I've got a vitamin C one upstairs as well. So good. It was sent to me, but I would absolutely recommend I would buy one of these again. I don't think I feel strongly one way or another about the essence oil or the vitamin C oil yet. But I'm using these all the time because I'm finding that I'm getting a lot of dryness more and more, especially in the areas that I'm using the tretinoin in with my Skin and Me. And so I need that extra bit of hydration. So I put on the oil. I put on an illuminating primer or some kind of like sheeny something. Pixie thought you were talking to her just then. I was talking to you, Pixie. Something to give me a bit of a sheen. And then a little bit, I've been mixing 2 colours of the IT Cosmetics CC creams together. 2 of them together, because look at the different shades. And then just a little bit blended out. I'll blend it out with my hands, and then I quickly just get rid of any kind of like streaks or anything with this. Someone was asking me about this brush. I'm not wearing makeup in this heat. Put on a tinted moisturiser or I end up looking like the Joker. Well, this is the thing. So this is effectively my tinted moisturiser. It's a lot of layers, but I feel like it doesn't then like feel patchy and weird because of the dryness at the moment. So someone was asking me about this brush. I talk about it. I don't talk about it a lot, but I use it a lot and I get a lot of questions. It is the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection dual-ended brush. So it's like an all-over and a concealer. I mostly just use this one. And she was saying she'd used it with her foundation and it was really streaky. Now, as we were talking about in the DMs when we were discussing it, I find you need a small amount of product You can buff it all out and it gives a really, really nice finish. However, I almost always go over with a dry sponge, which I know makes some people upset because you're supposed to use them damp, but I'm not applying the product with this. I'm just kind of like finishing off, getting rid of any kind of like marks or streaks or even extra product, truth be told. Where this really comes into its own is with cream products. So I'm using this Fenty bronzer, and I just kind of like stamp it. You can blend it if you want to, but I know for some people that kind of messes with the product underneath. But it's absolutely magical when I'm applying anything like this. There's nothing else that applies these products like this brush. I've got a mirror just above the camera. I've got other brushes that are similar that I used to use in this way, and then as soon as I had this one, I was like, game changer. I will say the only issue I'm having with this bronzer at the moment is I feel like it's exacerbating my pigmentation. I feel like it's making it look darker. I'm also using this Poppy Paradise Coconut Watercolor Cheek Gelée, which is not available anymore. It's so old. This was from Sephora. It's a Josie Moran product. But it's like a gel, like a, what would you call this? It's like a translucent cheek color. Amazing. It kind of, for me, is what I wanted. Do you remember those, the Cheek Heat from Maybelline? It's kind of what I wanted that to be, but it wasn't, because that was like too liquidy and too blah. Because this is like a solid thing, it's completely different, and it's not like runny or anything, but it gives that same, like you can completely see through it vibe. But it's it really stays on, and it's one of my absolute favorite summer products. Unfortunately, like I say, you can't get it anymore, so bit of a dick to mention it, honestly, but I love it. Literally only wearing SPF makeup wise today. Can't be doing with makeup. I'm with you, I get it, but I do have to film some stuff today, and I'm probably going to put makeup on for it, so here we are. And then of course I now do this. I did not used to do this, but I now do this. I just asked on Instagram if anyone had any questions about Vegas. I am going to do a little chat about it. At some point, I'm going to try on all the dresses. The idea of trying on clothes in this weather, that is a solid no. But I do at some point need to do that, because I need to put some of these dresses that I'm definitely not going to wear on Vinted. And I'd also quite like to use the rack that they're on in the dressing room, office, whatever. I'd like to use that rack for clothes that I'm wearing, because the idea of buying this rack was supposed to be that I could go through my wardrobe and like pick out the stuff, or the stuff that I've bought new, and kind of have a wardrobe of this is the stuff you're going to wear this season, because I have so many clothes and it's all just kind of packed in there, and I can't really dress from my wardrobe. I know I should get rid of stuff, but am I going to do that? Probably not. Also, I've had some really great suggestions or recommendations for one of these. What is this called? A lash primer. Lots of people are telling me to try the Pixie, not Pixie, the Essence one. I think that's probably the one I'll pick up when I finish with my no-buy. The restaurant in Flannels, is it upstairs, nipping to Meadowhall at some point before my holiday? Yeah, it is. Where is it? No, it must be downstairs. It's if you go through the makeup section, so past the women's stuff, it's so easy to miss. I talked about this in a vlog yesterday, and I talked about it because I don't want people to not know it's there. It's such a great little restaurant. It's very kind of dark, and the food is amazing. The cocktails are really, really great, and they've got a deal on at the moment where if you go weekdays, like 4 to 7, I think it was, it's like 2 cocktails and a small plate for £15, which is a bargain. A really, really good deal. And when we went yesterday, they gave us like 20% off, like bounce back coupons as well. So for sure they are struggling. There's nobody ever in there, and it's such a great little gem of a place. But you can totally miss it, because we walked in yesterday and I knew it was there and I couldn't see it. It's shoes. You go past through the beauty section. There's like shoes and there's handbags and it's there. They've got like some plastic stuff coming from the ceiling. What it is, you know, in like a warehouse or something, it's like plastic curtains, but it's like panels, little small panels of curtains. It's like that, but it's kind of gradient pink, so they've made it look cute. And I think the idea is that it's supposed to mask the restaurant from the front of the store, but then nobody knows this restaurant is there. It's such a shame, and I just hope that they don't close because I loved that little restaurant. So yeah, I mentioned that yesterday, and if you are, you know, local to the area, it's not particularly expensive to eat there. You might think that it is because of the place it's in, but it's not. Oh, look at that. They are good lashes. Can you hear Manny doing his little snore? He is not one for this heat, and I'm with him. I mean, we always say this, don't we, every single year? The reason we can't deal with the heat is because we've actually got to live our lives in it, and we're not built for it. We don't have air conditioning, and it's all terrible. But if I don't have to do anything, if I was just like, oh, I can just sit outside or like lay in a cold bath or whatever, I'd be totally fine with it. But I have shit to do today. I actually, this is the first day I've got the house to myself in a very long time because Ella finished school a while ago and then she got a job. Yay, very proud. She got a job, but the job was nights. And this week she's working days. So this is the first day that I've had to myself in the house for ages. And immediately I was like, oh, I really want to clean everywhere. I want to open all the windows and just clean everywhere. Put some washing in. But I have YouTube things to do. I don't even know what I'm going to film for this week, truthfully, because it's just so flipping warm. What do we even want to see when it's this warm? I did consider doing a video about like outdoor and like summer essentials or like garden stuff I really like. Things I've really enjoyed since we've had a garden of our own. We've just had a Taco Bell in Mansfield, never had one in my life, so I think I need to try. You absolutely do. My favorite meal from Taco Bell is 2 soft tacos. I like chicken with two soft tacos supreme, so you get the sour cream, but I don't want the tomatoes. They used to do like a Mexican chicken, which was like a chicken in like a sauce. So much better, but I'll take the plain chicken. It is what it is. I don't want the ground beef. Just the plain chicken. It's good. And then I get a portion of fries with the nacho cheese sauce. It's good times. It's really, really good times. That is my favorite. And Ella works right by a Taco Bell. But I haven't been. I did go to Starbucks this morning because there's also one of those quite close by. So when I dropped her off, I got myself a Starbucks. And this will last me for ages. Just drink it very slowly. That was the post. I also really, really love these like sippy lids. I'm a fan. When I'm finished with it, I think I might just like refill it with cold water. Just seen there's an episode 4 ready to listen to. I'll be listening straight after this. Yes, I did just record an episode 4 of the podcast. Like I say, it's very, very chill. No real format at all. It's just talking. And this episode is about the 9 channels of self. I was listening to a podcast episode from Smartless, which was an interview with Martin Short, and he was talking about the 9 channels of self and how he like grades himself on success in life. And I found it so interesting. I wanted to share it because I think I'm going to give it a go. I think it's a really accessible way, like an introduction to self-development in a way that doesn't feel too preachy or too difficult. I think it's something that everyone could be into. Anyway, I'm ready now, I suppose. What I'm going to film, I don't know. I do have a new organization thing for my makeup, and I keep thinking I need to tidy all of that up, and then I'll do a video and show you. But I think what's putting me off, I must have seen 150 butterflies through the window since I've been filming this. Definitely a nice thing about summer, especially because I've got so much lavender. So many butterflies, so many bees. Yeah, I think part of it is I really enjoy organizing my makeup and stuff. And when I make it a job, I don't want to do it anymore. when I'm like, well, I can only do that when I'm filming it. Oh, okay, well, I'll just never do it then. So I haven't. But maybe if I just allow myself and organize and rediscover makeup. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I mean, there's so much. So maybe that's what I'll do. Because it is something I need to do. I also need to put away my clothes. Is that video? Probably not. Right, I'm going to go. Thanks for keeping me company while I put some makeup on in the hottest heat. And I will go back and link the podcast in case you're interested. But it's still in the early phases. Soft launch. This is just for a small number of people. I'm just looking for like small numbers of feedback for now. Because for me, I'm just really enjoying it, doing it this way, because it just feels like there are no rules. And so there's no way to fail, which is the main thing. But yeah, I'd love to hear from those of you who've actually listened. So anyway, I'm going to go. Thank you for listening, for watching, for whatever. And I will be back probably in the next few days because I'm not putting a timer on anything this week because everything's too hot and miserable. So see you when I see you.